Hey. I'm Sean Parker.
How do you do?
Must be Eduardo, Christy, and Mark.
Good to meet you.
You guys don't have anything in front of you. Tori,
We were waiting for...
Hey, baby boy.
can you bring out some things? The lacquer port with the ginger confit, tuna tartare, and a lobster claws to get us started. Christy, what do you like to drink?
An appletini.
Great. 4 of those.
From that point on, it was the Shaunathon.
Question was, what did you talk about?
He took us through his episode with Napster.
I didn't want to spend my 20s as a professional defendant. Who knew the music industry doesn't have a sense of humor? We tried to sell the company to pay for the $35 million they said we owed in royalties, but I guess to them that was literally like selling a stolen car to pay for the stolen gas. So I said screw it and declared bankruptcy.
You made a name for yourself.
You are dry.
No, I'm good.
Tori,
And then he went on to his second business venture, which was an online Rolodex that he got thrown out of by Case Equity.
and I wanted to do it nice this time. I put on a tie, I shine my shoes, but nobody wants to take orders from a kid. So let me tell you what happens to a 20-year-old at the top of a hot.com.
I'm not a psychiatrist, but
I'm glad we got that on the record.
You're not a psychiatrist, but what?
a psychiatrist would say he was paranoid.
They'll hire private detectives to follow you day and night. You're a target for high-priced escorts. I can't prove it, but I know they tap my phones. Whatever it is that's gonna trip you up, you've done already. Private behavior is a relic of a time gone by. And unless somehow, some way you manage to live your life like the Dalai Lama, they'll make shit up. Because they don't want you, they want your idea. They want you to say thank you while you, excuse me, wipe your chin and walk away.
That's what happened to you.
And delusional.
Yes, there'll be payback in Case. I brought down the record companies with Napster, and Case is gonna suffer for their sins too.
Sorry, you didn't bring down the record companies. They won.
In court.
Yeah.
Do you want to buy Tower Records, Eduardo?
He told story after story about life in Silicon Valley, and parties at Stanford and down in LA, and friends who'd become millionaires, but mostly how Mark had to come to California. And then he got around to the Facebook.
So, tell me about your progress.
Well, we're in 29 schools now, and we have over 75,000 members.
Tell me about the strategy you're using.
Okay, for instance, we went to Baylor in Texas, but Baylor already had a social network on campus, so instead of going right after it, we made a list of every school within 100 miles.
The Facebook on those campuses first.
Pretty soon, all the Baylor kids were seeing their friends on our site we were in.
That's called the Little Bighorn. That's smart, Mark.
Oh, thanks. That was mine.
Easy.
Hey, settle an argument for us. I say it's time to start making money for the Facebook. Mark doesn't want advertising. Who's right?
Neither are you yet. The Facebook is cool. That's what a guy's
Yeah.
going for it. You don't want to ruin it with ads because ads aren't cool.
Exactly.
It's like you're throwing the greatest party on campus, and someone's telling you it's got to be over by 11.
That's exactly right.
You don't even know what this thing is yet.
I said exactly that.
How big it could get, how far it can go. This is no time to take your chips down. $1 million isn't cool. You know what is cool?
You. $1 billion. And that shut everybody up.
That's where you're headed. $1 billion valuation. Unless you take bad advice, in which case you may as well have come up with a very successful chain of yogurt shops. When you go fishing, you can catch a lot of fish, or you can catch a big fish. You ever walk into a guy's den and see him standing next to 14 trout?
No, he's holding a 3,000-pound marlin.
Yep.
That's a good analogy.
Okay, but we all know a marlin doesn't really weigh 3,000 pounds, right?
Have you seen the big ones up close?
No, I haven't, but I'm pretty sure a marlin's not the size of a Range Rover. That'd be a really big fish and a really strong guy.
You think we might be getting away from the point?
I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just a fan who came to say hi.
He owned Mark after that dinner. He picked up the check, he told Mark they'd talk again soon, and he was gone. But not before he made his biggest contribution to the company.
Drop the. Just Facebook. It's cleaner.